The season is over. The season is over. The 2023 season is over for the New York Jets. Is it technically over? No. Are there more games? Yes. Can we win some of those games? Yes. Are we going to the playoffs? No. Is Salah being fired? No. Is Hackett being fired? No. It's just a wash. I don't know any other way to say it. I mean, it's just as plain and ordinary as this green sheet behind me. It's a wash. It's why wins aren't everything. It's why when we beat the Giants, it didn't mean everything. Because you have to also look at what's happening and pay attention to what's happening. And what's happening, unfortunately, and I'm not saying I saw this coming. Who could see this coming? I thought playing the Chargers and the Raiders would give our offense a chance to pull it together and to make something happen. It didn't. We don't have the offense to be competitive. All those other teams are better than us. Baltimore is better than us. Cleveland is better than us. Cincinnati is better than us. Miami is better than us. And unfortunately, Buffalo is better than us. There are too many teams that are better than us. So we're not making the playoffs. This fairy tale that Aaron Rodgers is going to come back is probably the worst idea in history if you're a Jet fan, because we all know this franchise and what happens. He's going to come back because of some voodoo Aaron Rodgers thing. And what's going to happen is he's going to get hurt. They're going to hit his ankle and it's going to break that shield thing, and then he's going to be gone next year too. So stay at home, get better, heal the normal way. Let's focus on the offensive line in the offseason. I don't know how we can get another wide receiver. We got to hold on to different players, but like with the draft, just offensive line, figure it out. Bring in 8 guys that you could start, 9 guys, I don't know. But just focus on the offensive line so when Aaron Rodgers does come back next year, we have an offensive line. The defense is fine, let it be. Run it back as best you can. Defense, solidify it, keep it the same. Get an offensive line in there with Aaron Rodgers. And let's take our shot. And then as soon as Aaron Rodgers is gone, Hackett is gone with him, because Hackett is not an offensive coordinator. Hackett is a joke. A joke. An absolute joke. Running as a horrendous offense as I have ever seen. And this is not coming from an angry, bitter Jet fan. 50 years of NFL football. No team is worse on third down. I don't know if that's going to hold up after today. It might be close. I know it doesn't matter. We're not just bad at third down conversions this year. We're historically bad. And everybody's going to want to yell at Zach. We knew Zach was a backup. And if you still think that Zach Wilson's going to be a starting quarterback, have fun on that island. And I don't know that it's impossible. I'm not going to, as only Sith think in absolutes. But it's not a good enough chance. There's not a good enough chance that Zach Wilson could ever be a functional starting quarterback in this league to talk about it. If it happens one day, it happens. It probably, almost 95%, is not going to be for the Jets. So it doesn't matter for us anymore. If Rodgers stays 2 more years, Zach Wilson's not staying. He'll take some money somewhere else and hope to get another chance. But he's not going to stay. So Zach Wilson is never going to be our starting quarterback unless Rodgers gets hurt again. So it's Rodgers for however long he stays, and then it's over. Our door shuts. And we're hunting for a quarterback again. But this season's gone. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend, if we do this, if we do that. Nonsense. Miami is so much better than we are, and I'm so sick and tired of us trying to figure out that it's not true. It's true. You know why? Because they have a quarterback and a competent offensive coaching staff. And as it turns out, as nice it is to have a defense, you kind of have to score points to win a game. Sorry to let you all know that, but it's just the unfortunate truth. You actually have to score points to win football games. And we don't have the offense to do that right now. Maybe with the revamped offensive line, with Aaron Rodgers, maybe we get there. And maybe we're something next year. And I don't want to hear fire the coach, fire the coach. You can't fire the coaches. Because Aaron Rodgers, we gave everything. We gave away our franchise and we put it in his hands. And if he doesn't want new coaches, no coaches are coming. So we are riding with this. We are riding with this. And next year is our year. Or it's not our year. And we start over. Not completely over. Not like in 2020. We'll still have a lot of talent. But how many times have we seen teams with a lot of talent not materialize into anything because they don't have the quarterback? Hopefully Rodgers gives us 2 more seasons. He gives us that chance. I don't want to hear about Joe Douglas. I mean, it is what it is. He gave us a great team. But to get Aaron Rodgers, we brought in a sap. We brought in a horrendously bad coach. A horrendous offensive coordinator. It has to be. When you have penalty after penalty, calling back every good play, at some point you have to turn to the coach and say, you are worthless. Because it's the coach's responsibility to hold accountability and to practice execution. And we don't execute. And when we do execute, it's because of a penalty. And they're boneheaded penalties. A lot of them are completely unnecessary penalties or blatant penalties. Our personnel decisions are embarrassing. We always know who stinks before the coaches do. And that's not acceptable. We don't even get to see the practices, and we know. We knew before they did that Lazard sucks. We've known for a long time that Ruckert should be playing over Azuma. We knew that forever. We knew that Tippmann should be starting before he was. Game 1, we knew. How long could this nonsense go on for? This nonsense. Michael Carter is still coming out on 3rd down. Are you kidding me? Israel Abawakanda is still not playing. Are you kidding me? Do you know that we are paying a total of $20 million for the combination of Lazard and Cook? And how much was he make? 8 or 9 million? So you got 29 million going to Azuma, I can't even say his name. I don't want to say his name. Lazard and Cook. Almost $30 million on garbage. So yes, JD, there's something to be decided in free agency. I think Cook was just a backup plan if Breece Hall wasn't ready. So I can let that go. But he's going to have to get better at who he brings in as free agents. But those guys were just fill-in guys. His specialty is bringing in the young guys, building the future. But anyway, season's over. Sorry to say it. I accept it. I'm waving the white flag. Unfortunately, every week I'm going to have to do those watch parties. Not unfortunately. I enjoy hanging out with a lot of you. It's a great time. I love hanging out with Green Bean. It makes it bearable. But it's going to be a long rest of the season. We're going to I know you've heard it before. Where you're going to hear it again. We have to wait till next year. Sorry, Jets fans. I'm Jets Chaos, signing out.